This is the Say It Can't Gamer, and you are live with the MMA Holes!
Mixed Martial A-Holes! MMA Holes, MMA Holes, MMA Holes, MMA Holes, MMA Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of New York, UFC Ottawa recap, UFC Fight Week, PFL news, MMA news, babies fighting with the MMA. Oh! Wonderful, wonderful, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls. Jesse, how are you?
Wonderful.
I gotta say, you threw me off in the intro.
Yeah?
Yeah, because usually it's MMA hole, like it's like a brief second, right?
Mhm.
And there wasn't a brief second this time.
No.
No, very, very long second.
You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, I
with the
started
show.
saying it before you even started saying it, and it just wasn't flowy enough. So I blame you.
I don't write down. That's why I stumble over that. I never write down what we're going to say in that little intro over there. I just go for it.
Right.
Right off the top of the head. Kind of like how the show is. You know, just everything's off the top of the head. We throw the news out there. We're like, let's just go. Who cares? We don't write shit down.
Yeah.
We just go. We wing it. We wing it on this show.
Do we wing it?
We wing it.
Wonderful.
It is Monday night. It's the MMA Holes Hour, and babies are going to fight, Jesse. Babies. Babies in a cage.
Can we just take a moment and appreciate this thumbnail?
It's a beautiful thumbnail, Jesse.
Great.
Yeah. It's and if you can't see it, if you're listening on Podbean and iTunes, it's a baby with sunglasses and a little suit. That's little McGregor. And Cowboy Cerrone's kid, what's his name? Danger, I think. Danger, Cerrone. He's flipping off baby McGregor with a cowboy hat on. It's a fantastic thumbnail. A fantastic thumbnail. Yeah, so UFC Ottawa was this weekend. Cowboy Cerrone had a fantastic performance. The card was complete shit, but Cowboy Cerrone looked brilliant against Ally Quinta. So credit to Cowboy for that. And now it's time to see some big stuff.
Yes.
Now it's time. Does he get a title shot? Does he get the money fight? What does he get, Cowboy Cerrone? Or do we just see the babies fight? Would you rather see babies in a cage, Jesse? Go at it.
Absolutely not. That's
No?
child abuse.
Yeah. Now, what we want to do is we want to get to the bottom of this tonight with the MMA Holes. We have a lot of stories to get to, an hour show, but you never know. Someone may save the show. Right up over there. I don't know what that was. We have Tony Ferguson news. Looks like he's back. We're going to play a video. Tony El Kukui back in the cage. Who should he fight? Now, I want to know this. Let's do this. Let's dive right into this.
Sure.
Cowboy Cerrone, after watching him fight Ally Quinta, he was almost the first one to put him to sleep. I mean, he was beating the fuck out of him. The first 2 rounds I did give to Al, and then after that it was all Cowboy. Like you could argue 10-8 rounds. It was a fantastic performance. But now, I think this fight has to happen. We wanted this to happen before the Al fight.
Right.
I really believe this makes the most sense for both fighters. You know? I really do. Like, Conor's not going to get that title shot. That's not happening. Nate, we don't even know where the fuck he is. El Kukui is coming back. So maybe you could throw him in the mix over here.
Wait, so you think this would be a smart option for Conor as well?
Yes, I do think this is a smart option.
Okay.
Cowboy's hot right now.
Now,
right?
here's my question, though. Conor always wants to be the main event. And with a fight like this, I mean, the chances of him being a main event, I mean, he shouldn't be a main event. So do you think it would be a main event?
I think this is a bigger draw. And is it going to be a main event? No, the UFC is not going to do that. That's not going to happen. Now, it's about title fights as main events. We've seen it once. And it was recent, right? What was the fight that wasn't? It was the Silva versus who was it? Adesanya? That was the main event, wasn't it?
Yes.
Right? That was the main event, but that was a fight night. Was that the pay-per-view? I can't fucking remember. Anyway, I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't think they're gonna make Conor a main event because even though I know he's all stuck on this whole main event shit.
Yeah, it was the main event.
I don't see, that was the main event, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think we're gonna see that. I don't see that being possible. I feel the biggest money fight. I mean, of course, if he rematches Khabib, that's a huge money fight. But that's not gonna happen. He's gonna fight Poirier, Khabib, apparently, supposedly, hopefully. So now you put on the table. Okay, what do we do for this pay-per-view? It's a different world we live in with the pay-per-view. It's not about the buys anymore. It's the ESPN world. So I think when it comes to Conor McGregor, as we stand right now, the biggest money fight for Conor will be Cowboy. He's on that 3-fight win streak, looks absolutely spectacular. The fans are loving it. He has the most wins in UFC history. You could market the shit out of that. Tony El Cucuy, badass, probably the best 155er out there. He's not a draw. We've spoke about this a million times. The guy doesn't sell pay-per-views. And Cowboy, listen, he hasn't really been a pay-per-view guy. He's been a fight night guy. But I really believe if you put Cowboy on this card, a father, a guy that's on this winning streak, the most wins, you can sell this so much more than you can sell El Cucuy to the casual fans. Not the hardcore fans, the casual fans. And that's what the UFC wants. So I say Cucuy, I don't know what we're going to do with you. He deserves the title shot. I mean, the guy is fucking interim champ, for God's sakes. I think we're going to wait. I think we're going to see Cerrone versus Conor in July. I really think we're going to see that. That's my mystical prediction. In July, that's going to happen. Now, Jesse, what do you think?
I think we should start a petition. I think we should make a page on the MMAholes.com, a petition for the Cowboy versus Conor fight, and have everybody sign it and then send it into the UFC.
All right. Well, how about this? Cucuy, Gaethje. Khabib,
What?
Poirier.
Right.
Conor, Cowboy.
Khabib,
Those are the fights
Poirier
I want.
over Khabib Cucuy.
What?
I'd rather see Khabib
Listen,
Cucuy.
Poirier's the interim champ right now. Give him the fucking shot. Give him Khabib. What are we doing? What are we doing? If Poirier doesn't get that shot against Khabib,
Ferguson Gaethje. I don't like that.
you don't like Tony Ferguson versus
No,
Justin
I don't like
Gaethje?
that.
What?
No.
What?
I agree.
Oh my
with-
goodness.
I agree with Conor Cowboy, and I do see why Poirier Khabib makes sense. So I like those two, but I don't know if I like Ferguson Gaethje. I just ugh.
You don't like Ferguson Gaethje.
Yeah,
All right. So what is for Ferguson then?
that's a good question. I don't know,
There's nothing for him.
but not Gaethje.
I mean, you could give him Conor. You could have that happen. You could
then-
have Cowboy Gaethje,
no,
which
Cowboy
is a badass
Conor
fight too.
Makes more sense.
But Conor's not. I don't see Conor Cucuy. I see more
What if
Conor.
Cucuy sits out for just a little longer, gets his?
Well, Cucuy is a way more dangerous fight, right? I mean, not to take anything away from Cowboy. Cowboy looks great, but
Have
Cucuy is on
sit
another
out
level.
for a little longer while Conor and Cowboy fight, and the winner of that fight fights Cucuy.
All right. What is the chat room? Or you could say Conor Gaethje, and then Cucuy Cowboy. There's so many options now that we
Cucuy
have.
Cowboy is good.
You rather
I
Cucuy
like
Cowboy,
actually, yeah.
Conor Gaethje.
Yeah, I like that, but I would rather see Cowboy Conor.
The Cowboy Conor will be the most money fight for Conor.
Yes.
That would be the best. I would think if they were going to throw that on a pay-per-view, that would be the way to go. Gaethje, fantastic, but is he someone that's going to draw the casual fan? I don't think so. I really don't. Cowboy Cerrone's got that. He's got the hat, got the swag, drinking brews, and going out there and just competing and winning and looking better and better. And now he's a dad, so he's marketable in that way. Conor McGregor's a dad, and he's going the other way. I don't know. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Chat room, what do you want to see?
Roberto Lopez says Cowboy Conor already has a story. Death Metal, Cowboy vs. Conor on 4th of July. I agree with JBH. Let him sit out for a bit longer, says Vlad. Flatter Deacon says Conor versus Tony. Smash Life. In a perfect world, Nate Diaz would fight Tony. Well, here's the thing about Nate Diaz, and I've got an article on this tonight because it is rather fascinating. But I'll just keep Nate Diaz and boxing in your head, and that's why that would not happen.
All right, so I see a couple of Cowboy and Conors. Explain to me why you would not want to see that. I kind of don't understand. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you not want to see that? There is no possible way
I would think
that
everybody
fight
would be
suck.
on board with seeing Cowboy versus Conor at least.
Well, Flat Earth Deacon says he doesn't want to see it. I would like to see in the chat, and maybe we'll just open up the phone lines immediately.
That is interesting.
I would like to, and I want to hear from the people. I don't want to see Cowboy versus. He says Cowboy deserves better.
How much better can you get than giving him Conor?
It's the best. It's the best. If you beat the shit out of Conor McGregor, right? Conor's gotten choked out, but what if Cowboy goes in there and just beats the fuck out of him?
The striking we saw when he pieced up Al over the weekend, plus his ground game. That guy is a freaking, he's an animal against Conor. He'd be practically
He would be a
lethal
legend.
weapon.
If Cowboy Cerrone, right, the most wins in the UFC and shuts Conor up. Now, Khabib shut Conor up, right? But Khabib's 27-0. The guy shuts everyone up. There's no one he doesn't shut up. Khabib, he's on another level when it comes to competing.
Yeah.
Cowboy Cerrone has got this chip on his shoulder. He's a family man. He's popping beers, throwing beers down his mouth. I mean, how could that not be an exciting fight? I don't understand. Let's see what the chat says. Tell me.
Chrome Dome says because this was the first time he has beaten a top 10 fighter in like 5 years now, all of a sudden he deserves to fight Conor.
He's on a 3-fight winning streak. Hold on a second. Conor McGregor. Okay. What are Conor's options right now? His options are slim. Does he go in there against Tony
He's
Ferguson
not getting a title shot
and get carved up, elbowed, kneed? No. Conor needs something what some people might call a tune-up fight. Now, this is not a tune-up fight, but in Conor's, what does he have to choose from here? You know, like, what is the fight? Does he go right back in there?
Well, it would be like someone else said in the chat, in a perfect world, Conor and Nate Diaz.
Nate's not coming back.
Well, in a perfect world.
Yeah, I think Nate is just donezo. And if Nate does come back, I'd be surprised.
Well, he won't. I'll tell you why he won't later on in the show, but I don't think he's coming back to MMA.
See what Vlad says, Conor needs a safe fight. And at this moment, if you look at the rankings, Cowboy would be the safest option. Not necessarily. After watching the Iaquinta fight, you got to say, wow, this guy's really fucking dangerous at this age. But if you look at Justin Gaethje, you look at Tony Ferguson, you look at Cowboy Cerrone, you take Khabib out of the picture, you look at those guys, and you're like, well, Cowboy's the guy. I mean, Tony's dangerous. I mean, Tony's been out for a while too, so maybe he's rusty, but if I was Conor, I wouldn't want to get in there with him. I would go for the safest option and the option that makes me the most money. That's what I would go. Now, Conor has been known to just jump in there and take whatever. He don't give a fuck, right? He took Nate on short notice at 170. Should have never done that. He goes flying against Khabib, who is like, ridiculous.
He took on Floyd Mayweather as a fucking boxer.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to box arguably the greatest boxer of all time. Now, granted, he's old, but still, the greatest boxer of all time. I'm just going to go in there and box that guy.
Yeah.
So Conor's a little loopy. So maybe he does take Tony Ferguson, but money-wise, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Let me play this video, and maybe this video will make people want Tony Ferguson against Conor McGregor. Here we go. Let's go over here to the Zooms. Check it out. All right, so this is on Tony Ferguson's Twitter. You guys ready to get sexy right now? Jesse, you ready to get sexy?
I'm always ready to get sexy.
All right, so Tony El Kukui. Now, he had a meeting. We'll talk about this in a second. He had a meeting with the UFC discussing when he's going to come back, what's going on, what's the deal. And he says on Twitter that he's back, motherfucker. Or MFs. Champ shit only. You ready, Jess?
Ready.
Hey, things got to move on. They took my belt after 4 months. If I'm still the #1 contender, then you got to give me the money fight versus Conor.
Tony hasn't lost in, what, is it 12 fights now? Against guys like Edson Barboza, Kevin Lee, Pettis, Josh Thompson. Tony Ferguson is a fucking beast. He is most likely next in line for Khabib.
Let's make it happen. Give me Khabib, give me Conor, doesn't matter. I'm a big, dangerous threat for both of these guys. But they're both scared of me. They can't run away, and they can't hide forever. I'll find you.
All right. Here we go. By the way, what is that noise? Was it a fart? Why do they put farts
Why
in
do
the
you
video?
have to ruin it? That's such a good video.
But it has a cool video. That's got to get you pumped up, right, with the farts?
I thought it was cool until you just ruined it. You just took it and you shit all over it.
All right. So if you're an MMA fan, you would love to see that, right?
Yes.
You would love to see Tony Ferguson in there with Conor.
Absolutely.
You would
Yes.
love that. But like I said before, I see some people like, you think Cowboy Cerrone's a bigger draw than Tony Ferguson? Yes. I mean, it's not even close. You look at Tony Ferguson's pay-per-views, no one pays for him. No one. Now, Cowboy really hasn't had the opportunity. Every time he's at the title fight, he drops. Every time he gets the chance, he falls. But who knows? Maybe at this stage of the game, 35 years old, maybe Cowboy can make another run and get that strap. Who knows? Chat, what do you say?
Cree85 says Ferguson versus Khabib and Age Fook Infinite. Contravious Edwards
Acumen.
Is that what you're trying to say?
says just stupid for him to fight his whiskey going through the roof. Jeremiah White says Tony's good, but he's a weirdo. Flat Earth Deacon 5 rounds versus Connor 4. LOL. Smashed Life says people might like Ferguson more now that they think he's insane.
Yeah, maybe the crazy. He could play the crazy card.
Death Metal says Ferguson versus Khabib, Cowboy versus Cerrone. Jackson Black, Connor should retire. Clint W says Cowboy submissions will get Connor in trouble. K-Dub says it doesn't matter who Connor fights, he'll draw people in. Gentleman Namodi says, there's a real mod, not just a night bot. Very interesting. Steven Stern says, who wins? Ferguson versus Khabib.
I still got Tony.
Really?
I still got Tony, man. I've been picking Tony. Every time they wanted to make that matchup, I'm like, Tony's winning. I still got Tony in that fight. Tony's a fucking nut.
Yeah.
He's a nut.
But Khabib's...
On the ground. It would be fun to watch Tony
ground,
rolling around on the ground as Khabib's trying to fucking suffocate him, and
Nah,
Tony's
I
just
think
squirming
Khabib
around,
would win.
carving him with elbows from the bottom.
I think Khabib would win.
You think so, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, if you got to put money on the fight, you got to
It's a
say
toss
Khabib
and
because he's
turn.
27-0. But still, I pick Tony. I really do. Now, I don't know. After this craziness and now coming back, the little bit of a layoff, I don't know what Tony we're going to see. You got to think we're going to still see El Kukui. We're not going to see this shell of his former self. But who knows? Maybe he's on like meds now and he's not as crazy anymore. And, because he thought his son was Jesus, for God's sakes.
No,
Maybe his son is Jesus. I don't know.
His son was the son of Jesus.
So what if he goes in there like Mike Tyson? Remember Mike Tyson? He was on his medication. He was calm.
Bite someone's
and
ear
then
off?
he wasn't that good. But when he was a fucking psychopath, he was nuts. Like, well, then again, he did bite someone's ear off. Maybe he was off the meds that night. But Ferguson on medication might be a different fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see his cocktail of supplements and pills? Did you see he put
Well,
on?
they all take cocktails and supplements.
I mean, Tony Ferguson has the whole pharmacy in his
Do you see what
house.
Tyron Woodley takes? Like, I'm telling you, and it's he puts it all in his mouth at once and tries to swallow the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, 20, 30, 40 pills in his
But you know what those
fucking hand.
are? Those
Supplements.
are no. Those are anti-complain pills. That's what they are. Anti-complain about white people pills. That's what Tyron Woodley's taking.
Nailed it, Moss.
Thank you very much. I'm here
You
all
didn't
day.
explode.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo,
We got
motherfuckers.
Vladimir.
Would be stupid for Conor to take the fight with Tony. I think he beats Khabib. Conor needs a safe fight with a drained Cowboy. Tony should play off this nutcase. I like it.
There you go. Yeah, Cowboy Cerrone at 155. It is. I mean, he looked great on Saturday, but listen, he beat a real estate agent, right? I don't know.
So you don't think it would be stupid for Conor to take the fight with Cowboy?
It's any fight is dangerous, right?
No,
and
but
especially if you're at that level of the game, any fight you take is dangerous. Out of Gaethje, I mean,
I
Gaethje
think-
might. Gaethje is gonna be tough. The way Gaethje looks lately, and if he fights a little smarter, I say Tony's the most difficult, Gaethje's the second most, and Cowboy's the third most difficult fight for Conor.
I disagree. I would put Cowboy over Gaethje.
What?
Yeah. I take that back because Gaethje's wrestling background is insane. So
Yeah.
I would say if Gaethje can get Conor to the ground, then I think Gaethje is definitely more dangerous than Cowboy.
Well, Cowboy on the ground's
But
fantastic.
Cowboy's so well-rounded that it's easy to put him at number 2.
I think the way Cowboy uses his tools, he might be the most well-rounded. I mean, he's fantastic,
Yeah.
Cowboy. But I don't know. He's older. Like Vlad said, he's depleted at 155. It's a tough weight cut for the guy. And, Conor hits hard. He does hit pretty hard. And Cowboy he's gone to sleep.
Yeah.
So I think that Cowboy might be the easiest. Now, all three of them could beat Conor at this point. We don't know if Conor could get another win.
I agree.
But I do want to see someone with a more blemished record. I mean, Conor's on a 2-fight losing streak against 2 undefeated fighters. One 50-0 in boxing, which shouldn't even count in this whole thing. And the other one is 27-0 in MMA. I mean, let's see him lose to a guy with some losses on his record.
Yeah.
Until we fucking completely lynch the Irishman. All right, what I want to do is get to the story, all right? And I want to open up the phone lines. Let's talk a little Cowboy Cerrone versus Conor McGregor.
All right, according to MMAnews.com, Donald Cerrone to Conor McGregor says, "Get a grip on life, bro." Donald Cerrone still has his sights set on Conor McGregor after all. Cerrone turned in a brilliant performance against Al Iaquinta at UFC Ottawa. Cowboy was able to land more significant strikes and even dropped Iaquinta a couple of times. Cerrone was awarded with the unanimous decision victory. Cerrone targets the McGregor bout. Cerrone and McGregor once expressed mutual interest in a bout, but the notorious one couldn't come to terms with the UFC for a July return. Cowboy insisted that he wasn't chasing McGregor anymore, but after UFC Ottawa, he's still vying for that fight. He said, quote, "Get a grip on life, bro. Let's go. Put your bank account against my bank account. Oh shit, he'll see my bank account and be like, I spent that at a bar. July 4th, Conor McGregor. Let's go, dude, let's go." I would definitely derail for Conor, but Conor's ranked number 2, so it would not make sense to fight him. It wouldn't not make sense to fight him. I would love my next fight to be for a title, but if Conor comes in, let's go. UFC President Dana White plans to meet with McGregor in Los Angeles. The scheduled meeting in Miami didn't pan out. McGregor has been longing for ownership stake in the UFC, something White says won't happen.
All right, so what do you think? I mean, Cowboy, he said, now let's go to the next story over here. Not the story where Cowboy was talking about the title shot. Let's jump over to that while we're on this topic. And as you're doing that, I'm trying to get our Hangouts to work, but Google Hangouts is down. So the phone lines are down. That's what that means. Where is this fucking Cowboy story? Hold on. I saw it. It was out of... Here we go. Right, is this it? No. Wow, we have a lot of Cowboy.
Is that it? Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about this. I'm going to try to get our phone lines open, but holy shit.
All right.
The site can't be reached. Google Hangouts down.
Also, according to MMAnews.com, Donald Cerrone will be thoroughly disappointed if the title shot isn't next. Over the weekend, Cowboy Cerrone picked up a big win at UFC Ottawa. Cowboy defeated Al Iaquinta in the main event of the evening via unanimous decision, as we all know. Cowboy is hoping that the victory over Iaquinta, one of the top-ranked 155-pounders in the division, will be good enough for a title shot at the lightweight championship. He said, quote, "For the UFC not to give me a title shot, I would step back and I would be thoroughly disappointed. I'd be like, wow, a guy who's done all this in the sport. I don't trash talk. I go in there and I deliver every time, and you're going to overlook me for somebody else? I'd be really upset. I'd be like, wow, that's the company I look for," which I'm not saying is going to happen by any means. However, Cerrone would be happy for a fight against UFC megastar Conor McGregor. The Notorious hasn't fought since October when he was submitted by Khabib Nurmagomedov. He previously agreed to fight Cerrone after his win over Alexander Hernandez in January. Unfortunately, a deal wasn't able to be reached, as we had just previously mentioned. Cerrone said, quote, "On the flip side, if Conor wants to fight, fuck yeah, let's go. Especially in July, I'm ready. Let's turn and burn, baby, because the winner of Nurmagomedov versus Poirier won't be ready until September."
There you go. All right, so I got the Hangouts working, but we're at 10:23 right now. Let's rattle through some stories. If someone saves the show, I will open the phone lines, and I want to get your opinions on this whole situation. Who should Cowboy fight? Who should Conor fight? Khabib, hopefully he does fight Poirier, but who knows? Maybe you don't want to see that. Maybe you want to see something else. I don't fucking know. What's the next story?
According to BJPenn.com, Israel Adesanya fires back at Yoel Romero and compares him to Groot. Last week, UFC interim middleweight champ Israel Adesanya took a shot at Yoel Romero on Twitter, questioning the Cuban wrestler's accomplishments and criticizing him for his previous weight-cutting issues.
I am Groot.
Israel Adesanya posted a tweet. If you scroll down a little bit to the first tweet,
I am Groot.
He said, quote, "And the fuck what? Y'all act like Romero was the champ, never makes weight, never won a UFC belt. Them. You fought an old Silva. Me. Anderson is 44. Yoel is 42. This comment from Adesanya eventually got a response from Romero, though it's a response we've heard several times before from the former title challenger. If you scroll down a little more, Yoel Romero responded.
All right. I'm just playing around over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
He said, "I see you soon, boy.
I see you soon, boy.
Hashtag I love you. Hashtag
I love you.
People's Champ."
I am Groot.
Adesanya responded to this comment from Romero on Sunday, comparing the top middleweight contender to the Guardians of the Galaxy character Groot, who only ever speaks the words, "I am Groot."
I am Groot.
So if you scroll up a little bit, you're going a little too far there, buddy. Going a little too far. All right.
I'm sorry, I got sidetracked.
Okay. He said, "All this ninja can say is, I am Groot. Hashtag I love you."
I am Groot.
I love you.
Romero was quick to respond to this quip, this time using a few more words by saying, quote, "At Stylebender, first time beating a welterweight, and now, hashtag I see you soon, boy. Hashtag I love you." And this is a little video that he decided to post with it.
He does look like Adesanya. Is that what he's trying to say?
Yeah, I guess.
He does look like him. Oh shit. Oh my god. He does look like Adesanya. I'm the captain now. What's this from the Tom Hanks movie? All right, so there's Yoel Romero and Adesanya going back and forth. That'd be interesting. I'd like to see that. I'm down with that. Yoel Romero would beat the snot out of him. Like, literally, he would mutilate Adesanya.
Mm-hmm.
Adesanya will be on the Old Man Brazilian tour, but I have a feeling that Yoel Romero is complete. Well, Robert Whittaker is going to beat him up, so it doesn't matter. It's never going to happen.
I disagree on that, too.
What?
According to MMA Junkie, Daniel Cormier takes issue with Canelo Alvarez's commentary and gets told his striking sucks by a former boxing champ. UFC heavyweight Daniel Cormier has come under fire for his evaluation of the commentary on Saturday's Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Danny Jacobs boxing match, but may have secured a boxing trainer in the process. Alvarez retained his multiple title belts with a unanimous decision win over Jacobs on Saturday night, while also claiming his opponent's International Boxing Federation title with a unanimous decision win at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The scores of 115 to 113, 115 to 113, and 116 to 112 for Alvarez indicated a relatively close contest in the eyes of the ringside judges. DAZN's Chris Mannix also scored the fight 116 to 112, but Cormier took to social media to express his displeasure for the call of play-by-play man Brian Kenny and former WBC light middleweight champ Sergio Mora, who seemed surprised that the scores could be remotely close. Here's what Daniel Cormier had to say if you scroll down a little bit.
What do you have to say?
He posted on Twitter the first tweet, "Why are they talking as if Danny Jacobs is getting washed out? I believe these are close rounds." He then followed that up with, "Brian Kenny and Sergio Mora really suck. Canelo won, but Danny fought a good fight, man. What the fuck? They ruined the fight." And then he followed that up with another tweet. "Canelo and his team just made it two lucky fans' night. These dudes, Brian Kenny and Sergio Mora, are truly fanning out." For his part, Mora didn't take too kindly to the evaluation, though he did offer to help DC shore up a few issues with his stand-up game. Sergio Mora responded by saying, "Sorry you thought I sucked, champ. I think your striking sucks.
Roasted.
Let me work with you so Johnny Bones doesn't kick your ass for a third straight time."
Wow.
Daniel Cormier then responded, "Pretty good, Serge, so let me retweet so that people actually see it. You have 10K followers. We can't waste good material, can we? You sure didn't have any last night during the fight."
Wow. They're going at it with the boxers. If you saw in the community section, let me go over here to the community. Everything's loading so slow, Jesse. Today, everything is just, I don't know what the deal is.
Why?
I don't know. Everything is like, it's in slow motion.
Maybe it's your computadora.
It's not my computadora. All right, so if you look at this over here, on DAZN, Canelo Alvarez made $35 million for his fight against the other guy. I forgot his name. What's his name? You just read the story. I bet you don't remember.
Danny Jacobs.
Danny Jacobs. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
$400,000 for Cowboy Cerrone. Now people are saying, well, it's not a pay-per-view for Cowboy, so it doesn't make any sense.
Well, that and the UFC is still up and coming, if you think about it, in comparison to boxing.
If you look at it, they were both on streaming apps. Cowboy was on ESPN Plus, and Canelo was on DAZN. Now think of that. Canelo with $35 million and was headlining a fight on an app called DAZN. Cowboy Cerrone was on an app called ESPN Plus and made $400,000. It's pretty wild. Now, I mean, I'm not surprised because it is boxing, but it's crazy. It really is crazy stuff. The amount of money that boxers make. I did not see the fight. I heard it sucked. Everyone says the fight was garbage. It was trash, but at least my son won, so that's all that matters, right?
Right.
That's all that matters. Let me know in the chat with the ones if you saw the boxing event that happened this weekend. There was something else that I wanted to get to as you were talking about that stuff, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, the Askren. There we go. I saw in the chat some people were saying that Askren is wrestling, right? So I dropped it on the MMAholes.com, the greatest website of all time. A lot of people saw the fight. Tucker Baker says it was okay. Let's see what they say in the chat before I get to this.
DB Cooper says Canelo looks like he has eyeliner on in that pic. Jeremiah White says DAZN pays ludicrous amounts. Won by Joe Rod, Jeremiah White. Jackson Black, Tucker Baker says it was okay. Jackson Black says the fight was good. because boxing sucks big time and is very, very corrupt.
It's harsh words.
Mark Wallace says, you have him at 5. It was close as Jackson Black. Staley Vigo 02 says, Canelo is a good-looking guy. Cowboy is not.
Well, look at this good-looking guy over there. That's Keegs.
Chrome T Dome says, yeah, I saw the first 6 rounds, then turned it off because it was putting me to sleep. And he says he lost. DB Cooper's laughing my ass off. Vigo Manny C says it was a good fight. Michael Anzalone says, Chris and Jesse, how come you are not on Twitch or Facebook and Twitter?
So here's the deal with that, and thank you, Michael Anzalone, our moderator. He's wonderful.
Wonderful.
We're gonna change things up here. Well, real.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Choo-choo.
I've been building up my case and printing paperwork all night of a friend that stole a few thousand from me. Now I have to go to the police. Find this guy. What a disaster. Has anyone had a person they trusted steal from them? One's in the chat if yes.
Few thousand from you, Jesus, that's fucked up.
How do they manage to steal a few thousand from you, real?
That's ridiculous. That's what happens, man, when you run your own business, man. My uncle, he got screwed over. He had a business partner who was very well off, and the guy ran off with a ton of money. So yeah, it's not easy running a business, and I hope you fuck him in the ass. I hope you do this to him. By the way, wrestling, you got to think. I mean, you look at this picture over here, right? And all you think is gay porn, right? I mean, whoa, what the fuck is that? That's not gay porn. Hold on a second. Let's try this. There we go, Jess. Oh, yes. Tonight, Ben Askren is competing at Madison Square Garden. A wrestling-only event. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. But look at this picture, right? It's getting a little checked. All right, let's see. I don't know if Askren fought yet. I'm going to go to the results over here. All right, disable my ad blocker. Should I do it? Should I do it, Jesse? Should I disable it? Where is it?
Sure.
Is this it?
It's up there.
Where is it at? Well, no, it wasn't that. Ad block.
Push off.
Push off.
There
All
you
right,
go.
I'm going to push it. It's
now
off.
Refresh.
I'm going to refresh the page, kids.
Ta-da.
Oh, there we go. All right, look at that. Okay. All right, let's see. Where's the Ben Askren fight? Did they fight yet? I mean, the wrestle yet? Where is it? Askren, Ben Askren. No, it didn't happen yet. It doesn't look like. So we'll keep an eye on this over here. But I put it on the MMAholes.com if you want to get some updates. But it looks like... Oh, wait, hold on a second. Oh, shit. No, wait, I'm wrong. Ben Askren lost. Jordan Burroughs, Team USA, defeated Ben Askren. Look at this shit. Real, where you at? He fucking lost. This guy's gonna beat Usman? Oh, man. Well, that's a problem. It's a problem. He got his butt kicks, his NH. Shit. Damn, son.
My muscles are so sore.
Yeah, you got to take BCAAs. All right, so DB Cooper just called Burroughs a dope. Oh, is dope.
Wonderful.
Check out the MMAholes.com. It is wonderful, and you can drop some posts over here. And we got 98 swole, sexy people hanging with the boys. Over here, and thank you very much for joining us. All right, let's get back into the news. Remember, with 5 minutes left in the show, you can save the show with a donation. But before we get to that, Jesse, we got to play a word from our sponsor, BetDSI.
Just because you're not in Vegas doesn't mean you can't drop tacos on MMA and UFC. BetDSI offers online tacoing and has been paying winners for 20 years. Use the link in the description with promo code MMAHole, all one word, and get up to 100% bonus match as well as 25 tacos as a welcome bonus today. BetDSI also offers taco options for everything, including NFL, NCAA football, NBA, NHL, UFC, and all the major sports, politics, reality TV, esports, virtually everything. We play there ourselves and recommend BetDSI if you want to add some excitement to the fights or any other sports you are watching. Once again, go to BetDSI with the link in the description below using promo code MMAHole, all one word, to get this limited time 100% bonus offer as well as 25 tacos welcome bonus to make some extra tacos on the sports you know and love. It's only a game until you taco it at BetDSI.
Wonderful.
There you go. BetDSI is wonderful. I was looking at this before we went live. Holly Holm is still a heavy underdog, plus 259. A couple other things that I may go in this direction. Rose.
You can't stop the Siberian Express.
Vlad.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Choo-choo.
Check the Discord to see Ben get completely ragdolled.
Oh, I got to see that. Oh, man, that's not good. That is not good. So I do have to check that out. We'll check it out after the show. If you want to be part of the Discord, become a patron. Thank you, Vlad.
Wonderful.
I will check that out for myself. But as underdogs go, a couple stand out for me. And against, listen, I'm big on Jose Aldo. The guy's a beast. He's a legend, right? But this fight over here, plus 115, Alexander Volkanovski, that is something to look out for. If you're looking at an underdog, I kind of like this. I know it's in Brazil. It's on a shit card. I like it. I also like Rose, a plus 110, the champion. Jessica Andrade is a man. Yes, I know that. But I do like this. How about Dos Anjos, a plus 114 coming up against Kevin Lee? Something to look out for. RDA, a plus 114. Like that. What else do we have? And that's at 170. We already put money on Jessica I just for the fuck of it. And Holly Holm is a plus 259. So check it out. Link in the description. Bet TSI is
wonderful.
Wonderful.
So in love with you. Whatever you wanna do.
Are you singing because Kayla Harrison? Woody Harrelson.
With me.
It's coming up in the news.
No, that was me expressing my love for you to the world.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it. That's
According
very
to MMA Fighting, Larissa Pacheco will now face Kayla Harrison in the PFL 12 main event.
Thursday night. Let me know what the ones in the chat if you would like us to do a
Fight Buddies.
Wonderful.
The PFL's first show of 2019 is once again seeing a main event change. Less than a week after scheduled headliner Lewis Taylor announced that he would not be competing in the league's second season due to the New York State Athletic Commission not clearing him for his welterweight bout with Chris Curtis, Thursday's replacement main event between Kayla Harrison and Svetlana Kautova is no more. Per a league release, Kautova will be replaced by Larissa Pacheco, who now faces Harrison in the lightweight main event. The reason for Kautova's withdrawal was not disclosed. Pacheco has been scheduled to fight Roberta Samad in the main card opener. As a result of the change, Samad will now fight Moriel Tarneski. See the updated card for PFL 2019 season premiere, which will feature lightweights and welterweights, with the link on the MMAholes.com news page.
All right. Am I clicking it?
No, you don't have to.
All right. I see Jeremiah White says she looks kind of manly. Kinda.
She's a big girl.
She's a man.
But
she
she's
isn't.
pretty.
Oh.
She's a big girl. She's pretty though.
She seems like a complete sweetheart, and she is, man, she's strong. But get it? Man, is she so...
Wonderful.
Anyway.
Nice.
Maybe, should we you want to keep the man jokes going or no? Is that too immature?
It's okay, bud. I think you got your point across.
Oh, man. Get it, man?
Wonderful.
Oh, we did this story, right? So we can move past
Yep.
this. Okay. Oh, look at this.
Right.
Who the fuck is that guy?
According to BJPenn.com, UFC reportedly signs Amir Ali Akbari. Rival promotion claims he's still... What are you doing?
Who the fuck is that guy?
That's the remix. I'm sorry.
But a rival promotion claims he's still under contract, someone to keep our eyes out for. Over the weekend, Brazilian publication Combat reported that UFC has signed highly regarded heavyweight prospect Amir Ali Akbari. ESPN subsequently verified this report. Unfortunately, these reports seem to have been premature, at least partly so. Absolute Championship Akhmat, or ACA, the promotion that Ali Akbari has called home for the last few fights, is claiming that the Iranian wrestler is still under contract with them. The promotion issued a statement on the situation on Facebook. Here's what they had to say. If you scroll down a little bit, you can see it.
All right.
The president of ACA, Alexei Yatsenko, has made a statement regarding...
Jesse, hold on. Can
Yes?
you read it like a Russian?
No. Has made a statement regarding...
Oh, good.
Has made a statement regarding the breach of contract by Iranian fighter Amir Ali Akbari after he announced he has signed with the UFC. Iranian fighter Amir Ali Akbari announced that he has signed a contract with the UFC, forgetting that he was a valid agreement with ACA. We have reminded the athlete of his obligations and have also notified UFC Vice President Sean Shelby and matchmaker Mick Maynard about the violation of this fighter's exclusive agreement with our organization. We sent all the documents confirming Ali Akbari's obligations to our league. Yes. We are waiting for explanations from the fighter and the response from the UFC on this issue, and we will reserve the right to take appropriate measures to protect the interests of our promotion, said Yatsenko.
Yes. All right. By the way, I see people saying, are you going to take calls? We will take calls if someone saves the show with 5 minutes left in the show. We would love to hear your thoughts on the Conor Cowboy situation. Who is he going to fight? We discussed it in the beginning of the show. We'd love to reopen that topic because there's a lot of opinions. A lot of people need to speak their mind. So hopefully someone will save the show.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Flying along tonight on the MMA Holes Hour. Before we get to this story, Jesse Bell. Story, Jesse Bell. One more sponsor. I feel calm all of a sudden, Jess.
Well, I know why.
Why?
Timeless CBD. Timeless CBD sees a gap in the industry between quality and affordability. This is a CBD company that strives to make top-notch products at prices people can afford. All of Timeless CBD's products are carefully handmade at their facility. Each and every batch is third-party tested. Visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description below and get your hands on only the best CBD products such as full-spectrum oils, gummies, pain salves, freezes, BCAAs, and more. Use promo code MMAHOLE, all one word, for up to 10% off of your entire order. We use Timeless CBD on a daily and we haven't felt this good in years. We recommend Timeless CBD to anyone seeking treatment for numerous conditions. Once again, visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description with promo code MMAHOLE and get up to 20% off of your entire purchase.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Timeless CBD, we got a new batch of stuff. NH, we're going to be shipping your Timeless CBD out tomorrow. Also, the 4 t-shirts, the Bet DSI t-shirts, will be shipping that out tomorrow as well for the people that yelled MMA holes. And if you are out in public and you have a cell phone, scream MMA holes, record it, and throw it on the MMAholes.com. We'd love to show that on the show. Congratulations to the people tomorrow that'll be getting some swag and Timeless CBD. Shit works, man. CBD. All right. Let's see what else we have in
By the way,
the news.
Game of Thrones on Sunday was great.
Oh, do we have a new Game of Thrones watcher?
Yeah, I can't stop thinking about it. I'm like, what's going to happen next?
It is fucking fantastic. I saw a guy, oh man, I wish I screenshotted it. Someone jumped on Facebook and said, I used to think everyone was gay that watched Game of Thrones, and then I started watching from the beginning.
I was the same
and
way.
I realized you're not gay anymore. It is so fucking good.
Yeah.
You are mentally retarded if you don't watch it. I'm just being honest with you. And if you don't want to watch it, that's fine. It's fine. Everyone has their own things, but you're missing out. You were definitely missing out on it.
I was the same way.
Just
I
saying.
thought everyone who watched it was like my mom and my sister and my brother. Like everybody's into it, and I was like, ah.
It's an event. It's a
and then
goddamn
I started
event.
watching it, and now I'm like, I can't stop thinking about it.
Jesse, in the chat, I see fists. I see fisticles over this in the chat. Everyone, get ready. Put them both in the fucking air. Put the fists in the air because we got 50 likes. Yeah. Let's go. I've got 50 likes. You got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA Holes 50 likes.
The dislikes can choke on a dick.
All
Feel
right.
that heart racing?
Wow, look at all the fists in the chat. Look at all those fists. Everyone pumping the fists in the chat.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, my God. Get us to
All right.
100. We'll do it again.
All right. According to MMA Junkie, Cole Smith is happy with UFC after his debut, but has strong thoughts on fighter pay. This is just another case of fighter pay being brought up as an issue. So I'm just going to read the quote. I'm not going to go through the whole story. He said, "This sport sucks, man. Cutting weight."
Leave it. Leave the sport if it sucks so bad.
Well, he'll tell you why.
Oh, okay.
Cutting weight, doing a bunch of shit I don't want to do, and I want to get paid accordingly. It's one thing you're fighting for peanuts your whole life. I've mooched rides. I've mooched food. My brothers have to give me clothes. It's about time. I want to be paid. It's bullshit that someone in the NBA who doesn't even touch the court is getting $600,000 while I'm out here fighting my ass off and I'm getting $10,000.
Mm-hmm. Well, listen, we all know that they definitely don't get paid enough to do what they do, right? But it could be worse. You can be working a 9 to 5 like everyone else in this normal world and fucking working your ass off. Now, I know you guys train, you get into a cage, you beat the shit out of each other. It's a brutal profession. But it could be worse. You're getting paid to beat someone up. That's what you're getting paid for, you know? Your dream is to be in the UFC, right? And yeah, you guys don't get paid enough, but you complaining to the Joe Schmo out there that's working in McDonald's and flipping fucking burgers, they don't care. You know? You're crying. Start the fucking union. You know? By the way, Cowboy, this is a reason why Cowboy got paid this. He bailed on the fucking union. Like, let's get the union going here. Let's do it. Everyone get together. All the fighters, if you really give a shit about this money situation, well, why don't you get together and fucking start a union? Stop crying. It's not going to get you anywhere. Do you think the UFC gives a shit if you're crying? It's ridiculous. You know? Start. Get it going. What happened? They had that little union thing that was happening. If I didn't have a union, I wouldn't be where I am right now. Luckily, I had a union. And it sucks. We live in a time where unions are just getting smashed right now. But if other sports can have these unions, why can't the UFC? Why not? You know? Just fucking walk out. Imagine a pay-per-view. All the fighters just walk out. Just have a big strike. That'd be amazing. And then you have to watch Bellator. You'd be stuck watching Bellator. It'll work. It'll work. But, you know, you got to stick together. The only way to get this thing going, if you really give a shit, is you got to get everyone to stick together. If they don't stick together, you just keep crying. Back to Khabib.
According to MMA Fighting, Khabib Nurmagomedov wants to fight 3 times over the next year, including a fight with GSP. After sitting out for nearly a year, it sounds like UFC lightweight champ Khabib Nurmagomedov is looking to be very active when he returns. After winning the UFC lightweight title last April at UFC 223, Nurmagomedov defended his belt for the first time against Conor McGregor at UFC 229, throttling the former 2-division champion and solidifying his claim as the UFC's top lightweight. However, after his win, Nurmagomedov jumped the fence and incited a brawl that resulted in him receiving a 9-month suspension and his teammates receiving 1-year suspensions. Nurmagomedov's suspension ends in July, and though Khabib previously said he intended to sit out a full year in solidarity with his teammates, Dustin Poirier's interim lightweight title win at UFC 236 has lit a fire under the undisputed champion, and now he's looking to fight 2 more times before this year is out. Nurmagomedov's manager, Ali Abdelaziz, told ESPN recently, "He gave me very specific instructions. He said he wants to fight September 7th and again in December. And if GSP can figure things out with the UFC by April, that's the deal. He would like to fight in April." Khabib has been targeting a legacy fight with GSP for quite some time now. However, the former welterweight and middleweight champ announced his retirement from MMA in December. GSP has shown interest in fighting Nurmagomedov, but decided to call it a career when the UFC was not supportive of the idea. It's clear that Nurmagomedov isn't taking that retirement 100% seriously, but in the meantime, he has no shortage of lightweight contenders to reckon with, starting with Dustin Poirier, who is expected to face later this year.
All right, so I see some people in the chat saying some interesting things. Stay off the tiramisu. Give up on the fight. So they're saying that the GSP fight, you know, he's retired. Give up on it. And he's saying 2020, that's going to happen. Now, I know GSP is retired. Well, I'm retired, guys. Can you blame him? I don't think GSP, he said, you know, he had the whole press conference and everything like that. I think for the right money, GSP will come back. And I don't think it's out of the question. You know, I really don't.
I agree.
So GSP versus Khabib 2020. Honestly, if you were saying Mystical, what are your predictions? Will that fight happen? I would say,
yes,
I would say, yeah.
Is my name. Making guaranteed
you.
picks is my game. Never wrong. Picks are strong. Unzip. Suck my schlong.
Almost. You almost got it.
Never wrong. Picks are strong. If you don't like my picks,
unzip, suck my
schlong.
Damn.
You doubted me again. Hold this. L, my friend. Jackass. Smoke some grass.
There you go.
Something.
All right.
Up your ass.
All right. Okay. Thank you. So what do you think, Jesse? Will Khabib fight GSP? What's your mystical prediction?
No, I don't see it happening. No.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree with the right money, GSP would come back. But I don't think the UFC is going to be on board with this.
I think Khabib's last fight, his retirement fight, is going to be GSP. That's what I think. unless he gets Conor again. Unless somehow Conor fights his way back up. Conor needs like one win, and they'll find a way to make him fight Khabib. Like, that's what's going to happen. So if Conor's next fight, if he does fight, but I do believe he will, if Conor, say, fights Cowboy Cerrone and gets a win, he's going to get the Khabib rematch. They made too much money for that not to happen, right? Now, DP could beat Khabib.
I disagree.
That could happen. You know, Dustin Poirier could beat Khabib. And then everything's out the window. There's no GSP fight. There's no Conor rematch. None of that stuff. It's all gone. What do you guys say in the chat?
Jeremiah White says, never say never. Roberto Lopez, Conor versus Diaz is next for Conor. And H says, flat earth, agree with you there. Henry Sosa says, correction, I lost. I'm down 20 tacos. I did pick Cowboy for a nice plus taco sauce.
The people that picked Cowboy, congratulations. We were saying it during the week that not a bad underdog pick, right?
Yeah.
Now, we were picking Al, and I said, I touched Al Iaquinta. I have to pick Al Iaquinta, and
He got
we
the
lost.
curse.
He got the, as soon as I put my hand on him, he was cursed. But I got to say, Cowboy Cerrone, the people that bet on it, good job. Real good job there. It was a nice under. Let's see. Wow, DB does not like Conor at all. Shit.
Fuck Conor!
Was DB in the bus?
DB Cooper says, fuck Conor!
He was in the bus. I shit on bus. All right, well, let's see. Chat room, what do you think? Will Khabib fight GSP down the road, or is GSP donezo? Is he never, ever coming back? Let us know in the chat. We're going to get to some more stories. Actually, how many stories have we got left here? Do we have
two.
The story with Cowboy Cerrone with the patch. Do you have that
No,
on
we don't
here?
have that one on here.
Ah, for fuck's sake. I wanted to talk about that.
For fuck's sake.
Do you know what the story is?
I can pull it up and you can show a picture of Cowboy.
Yeah, but what was, pull up that story real quick, because Reebok doesn't allow you to wear patches on your shorts, right? Reebok is, it can only be the Reebok. But this time around, Cowboy got the chance to wear a patch. Now, I don't know what the story is. It just looked interesting to me.
All right, show Cowboy real quick.
All right, I'll show Cowboy real quick. How about that?
Show freaking Cowboy.
All right, I'll show Cowboy, Jesse.
All right. According to MMA Fighting, ... Donald Cerrone says that being able to wear a patch at UFC Fight Night 151 was the greatest honor, or actually, sorry, UFC Ottawa, meant more to him than anything.
Okay, what was the patch again? I'm sorry.
Says that being able to wear a custom patch at UFC Ottawa meant more to him than anything.
So what was an eye patch, or what was the patch?
Let's see here.
Okay.
Blessed with a rebel spirit, Donald Cerrone again appeared to be defying protocol in his most recent fight as he went 5 rounds with Al Iaquinta in the main event of UFC Ottawa on Saturday. It became evident that Cowboy was wearing something on his shorts that was in violation of the UFC's typically strict uniform policy. It turned out that Cerrone was actually wearing the same patch that led him to receiving a major fine from officials back in December 2015 when he wore customized gear for a championship fight with Rafael dos Anjos. Cerrone was greatly displeased at the time, calling the fight ludicrous, but both he and the UFC were singing a different tune on Saturday. The patch, a small piece of the American flag that was taken from a pair of old Muay Thai shorts, is a dedication to Cerrone's grandmother, who was in attendance at Canadian Tire Center to see Cerrone defeat Al Iaquinta by unanimous decision, and he was not allowed to wear it this time around. He was actually encouraged to do so by the UFC. What are you doing?
I don't know. I think is this the article?
No.
Oh.
Go to MMAfighting.com.
I am on MMA Fighting,
You're
but
on
look at this.
Elbow.
Would you like? Am I on? Oh shit! Am I on Bloody Elbow? That's fucking hilarious. Custom patch.
Go to MMAfighting.com.
Okay. Well, I want to see the patch too. Oh, that cartoon kind of sideswiped me, but how fucking funny is this cartoon? Would you like to refinance your house? And it's Cowboy Cerrone kicking his fucking face off. And it says it's a ranch. I think I did curse out. I touched him. I rubbed him. All right, MMA Fighting. Sorry, that kind of threw me off. Let's see this patch. There it is. All righty. Everybody settle down. We're going to look at his patch. There it is. Okay, Jess, back to the article.
Okay. And he was not only allowed to wear it this time around, he was actually encouraged to do so by the UFC. Cerrone said, they did that. This isn't me. This isn't Cowboy being sneaky. They asked me where I wanted it, and I said, right down my fucking leg, man. They're like, really? And I said, yeah. And they said, all right. I was like, fuck yeah, finally, cool. It meant something to me. I was like, yeah, finally, the old guy finally gets. Hell yeah.
Oh, so it's not a sponsor patch or anything like that?
No.
It's a little shout out to Grandmama, who was she at this one? I didn't see.
Yes.
She was there, huh? How old is she? God,
She
she's been
said
around
she
for a
was
minute.
in attendance.
There you go. Cowboy Cerrone got to wear his patch, so well it's still not getting paid any extra money. You know, it's so ridiculous that they can't wear sponsorship stuff on their shorts. Why can't they be Reebok shorts with Reebok down the side and then put some sponsorship patches on there? Like, what's the deal? That's so ridiculous. Like the other fighter saying before, you know, if they had a union, they'd probably be able to do that. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy why they can't have a fucking, or if you can't do it on your shorts, why not let them bring back the banners? Like the freaking banners in the back. What? Their corner drops it down. You say the fighter's name. You pull the banner up. They're not putting cock and balls on the banner. Like, what the fuck? Why? It's silly. It's so silly what they're doing to these fighters. If you can't pay them, let the sponsors pay them. It's dumb. It really is dumb. But you know it's not dumb? To save the show. We got 5 minutes left in this thing. We need someone to save it with a donation. Keeps the show going and flowing. If you drop a donation, that amount is that much we go longer. Michelangelo made us go 100 more minutes. That son of a bitch. Will you save the show?
Wonderful.
All right, let's get to another story. If you save the show, I will open up those phone lines because I love to hear your beautiful voices on this situation and everything else. All right, what else do we have?
All right, according to BJPenn.com, Brian Ortega announces that he's finally clear to compete and targets a Holloway rematch.
Oh, that's terrible, Jesse.
Brian Ortega sustained quite a bit of damage in his failed December title bid opposite UFC featherweight champ Max Holloway. After several months of healing, however, the talented featherweight contender is once again cleared to compete. He announces this exciting news in a recent interview with TMZ where he said, quote, "Saturday was my official time when everything got clear."
Super chat.
Jesse? Jeremiah White drops the $4.99.
Save this mofo.
Yeah!
Save this mofo.
5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Jeremiah. When the clock strikes 0, we will drop 5 more minutes. Thank you very much. You are wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
If anyone
wonderful.
wants to extend that time, you know what to do. Back to Ortega.
Ortega continued on by saying, "My nose is cleared, my hand is cleared, everything. Now it's time to get out there and put my hand to the test and really get to work now. I'm looking at something maybe in the summer. I'm ready to get back out there and fight. Whoever I have to fight, prove myself again, show the world that UFC 231 just wasn't my night and we can make it happen again." While Ortega came up short in his first fight with Holloway, he believes they're destined to fight again, and he suggests above he feels that a rematch could unfold very differently. This is what he had to say. "There's a lot of things I could have done differently, especially if I had showed up in the right state of mind. I told everyone this is not the first time him and I are going to meet. We're going to meet each other multiple times in this weight class or the next. We're both young and we're both learning. With the right adjustments, it could really easily be a different fight and without breaking my freaking hand and nose and getting everything messed up. So the real question is, do we think that we'll see Brian Ortega and Max Holloway fight again in the future?"
I mean, not anytime soon. Maybe in the future, but not anytime soon. And I don't know what is next for Blessed, man. I think he stays at 155. I mean, I know Poirier, did a number on him, but Holloway did a number on Ortega. I mean, that was hard to watch. So a rematch? I mean, oof. Unless he goes up to 155, I'm going to go with no. Do you think they rematch?
I think it's possible.
I mean, yeah, anything's possible, but will they?
Ortega would probably get pieced up again.
I'm going to say no, they're not going to rematch.
Actually, yeah, I think Ortega would probably take the L on a rematch.
But do you think they will rematch?
Yeah.
We got another donation. We're going live. 10 more minutes. Keeping it live, I should say.
Reebok makes sense for the UFC. Millions up front. It's the fighters that get screwed but fatter pockets for UFC. More fighters need to go free agent like little Eddie Alvarez. Save the show. A lot of coons born out of wedlock need 5 more minutes of show.
All right, 10 more minutes. We're going to go live. With 1:30 left, you could even extend it more. 10 more minutes. Thank you guys for your donating. Appreciate it. I understand how you say Reebok makes sense for the UFC, but I feel you can have both. When the contract is over, why not keep the Reebok logo, keep their swag on all the uniforms? Why not let them have at least a banner? At least let them have that. Throw their sponsors up on there as well. It's only fair for the fighters. If you can't give them money, if can't get them a little piece of the pie, give them their sponsors back.
Yeah.
It's silly. It really is. It's actually disgusting, you know? But, hey, it doesn't fuck us over. It fucks the fighters over. I'm just speaking for the fighters, you know? Listen, our sponsors keep our show going. If the people weren't allowed to donate, like if YouTube was like, nope, can't take donations, we wouldn't be doing this. That's not happening, you know? And that's basically what the UFC is doing. You're not allowing anyone to do donations during the show.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It really is crazy. So, UFC, get your fucking head out of your ass.
Get your fucking head out of your ass.
That's right. Get your fucking head out of your ass. You know what I'm saying, Jesse? Get your fucking head out of your ass. All right. We got 20 seconds left. We're going to start the clock for 10 more minutes. Thank you so much for extending this show. And we're going to open up the phone lines. Now, I want to get back to the original topic, baby versus baby. I want you to call in and let us know who should fight Cowboy Cerrone. Who should Cowboy Cerrone fight, I should say, on a 3-fight win streak?
10 minutes.
Supper's ready. All right, put the 10 minutes on the cock.
I made a bomb-ass supper tonight.
It was good. It was very good.
I just keep getting better and better. Soon I'm going to be a professional chef.
Soon? You are a professional chef. What are you talking about? You are. All right, let's open the phone lines at 516-522-0267. Or you can tell us about Ben Askren getting thrown around in his wrestling match tonight. Ben, the unbeatable.
Super chat.
We got a super chat.
I wish Israel would bomb the daylights out of Gaza for another 5 minutes.
All right, thank you. Jews have the smartest sperm. Thank you very much. And we're gonna go 15 more.
What?
Fuck it. We'll go 15 more. Let's just do it. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. We love this. That's it. No more, but we'll take the donations. We do appreciate it. Thank you very much. 15 more minutes on Showtime. All right. And let's read the chat. We'll open up the phone lines in a second. We see a super chat coming through. Thank you so much for supporting this disaster of a show. We love you, and you're all wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Smash Live says JBH get her own show on the Food Network. I will. MMA Gambling says rumor is danger. Said he could whoop Connor's boy. Just give him location.
Send me location. You think that'll happen? Who do you think would win in a fight right now? Now, I think Connor's boy is a little older, so it might be an unfair matchup. But Danger's a badass, man. By the way, I know
super chat.
Darren McKinley.
Don't let my cheapens damper my blue heart. It's a disease.
All right.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. 516-522-0267. Get it on in. Get it on in. By the way, we could let the Dragons fly tonight if we get 9 more subscribers on a Monday night.
Yeah.
Dragons?
Wow. So make sure you subscribe.
Dragons.
All right. So we are not on multiple platforms tonight or Wednesday or Friday. We are going to do multiple platforms only on fight reactions. So PFL will be live on Thursday. If the crowd demands it, we will give it. Whoa. Whoa, shit. There's like, oh my God. There's a million fucking calls. You're live with the MMA Holes. What is your name and what is on your mind?
Hey guys, it's JJ. What's going on?
What's up, JJ?
How's it going, JJ?
Not bad. How are you guys?
Quite swell.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Did you guys see the news about Henry Cejudo? He tested positive.
Are you serious? You're fucking.
Yeah, positive for gold. Olympic gold.
Nailed it.
Positive for gold.
Wonderful. Man.
Thank you. I appreciate that call. Look at that. All right,
wow,
516.
What a good call. Good job, JJ.
Keep them quick. Keep the calls quick. I like that. 516-522.
I should have expected that. I heard him say Henry Cejudo. The first thing that came to my head was Olympic gold. I should have fucking knew he was going to say some shit like that.
Yes. Call in 516-522-0267. That's why you save the show. Look at that, peoples. You get calls like that. By the way, there was like 5 people calling at once. You are live with the MMA Holes.
What's your name and what's on your mind?
Jesse wants to take it.
What do you get when you take a social justice warrior, a Canadian, a Justin Trudeau supporter, and a ring boy? You get Elias Theodoro spinning around the cage, running around, running away, doing these bizarre karate chops. Was that the most pathetic performance you've ever seen?
Horrible. Absolutely horrible. It was embarrassing. It really was.
That dude is just soy personified. I think he's gay as hell, man. That dude's a fag for sure.
All right. Anything else, Kevin?
I hope they get rid of his ass. But anyway, shout out to Cowboy Cerrone. He proved me wrong. I thought Al was going to do it, but he showed up. I like to give Cowboy the title shot next. The winner of Dustin and Khabib. Take it easy.
All right. So Kevin from Chicago says that Cowboy should wait for the winner of Khabib versus Dustin Poirier. What do you think about that, Jess?
Okay. Sounds
now,
good.
this card was a complete piece of horse shit. This fight over here was laughably bad. Now, Derek Brunson did what he had to do. He won. So I got to give him credit for the win. And what happened to Theodoro? Like, maybe the ring boy thing just got to him too much. He was literally... Like, I am not even...
I will say, I did see one time when he strikes...
He's like this.
Like that, yeah.
What was that? I've never seen anything like it. Now, we could probably get him on the show.
But I think it was towards the end when he was tired, so he just started flailing.
I want to know, maybe we should reach out to the guy. I mean, I've kind of dodged him because, I mean, I feel like he would get roasted horribly over here.
He'd get lit on fire.
I kind of want to get him on here and just be like, what the fuck happened? Like, seriously, he's not that bad. Now, is he great? No, he's not great by any means. But that performance was unbelievably horrific.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can't throw a punch, and I feel like I could throw a better punch than him.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. He's just like, and he's like slapping, and like, I don't know what the fuck was happening.
That's a little dramatic.
I am not. There was a video on YouTube. You ever see the guy, the flamboyant guy, like hitting the heavy bag, and he's just like flailing around? You ever see that? They said that that's what Theodoro looked like. He really did. It's not even. I mean, there was some. It was unbelievable. It really was unbelievable. But that was a good call, Kevin. All right, 516-522-0267.
215, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Hey, I just have balls on my chin, and I wanted to say hello.
Balchinian?
Balls on Chin Boy.
Hey, Balls on Chin Boy.
How are you guys doing today?
Quite wonderful.
Wonderful.
What's on your mind?
Well, I just want to keep it short and quick. I get teased a lot at school, and I really look forward to your shows because I can come home and get a good laugh and watch the sport I love with balls on my chin. So,
do you get teased a lot
thank
at
you.
school because of the balls on your chin?
Yeah, I was born with a rare birth disorder called bald-chinism, and only me and 100 other people in the world suffer from this disease. So,
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All
right, there he is. You know who has balls on chin? Ben Askren. Ben Askren looks like he has some balls on his chin. Speaking of Ben Askren, he took an L. He lost tonight. If you want to check out the results, we have him on the MMAholes.com. He did a little wrestling at Madison Square Garden.
The MMAholes.com.
Hulu Theater. Oh, that's not it. Oh, man, I'm highlighting the wrong thing. Yeah, there we go. Jordan Burroughs. Now, listen, we don't know everything about anything. Everything. We don't know anything, to be honest.
Wonderful.
We don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ben Askren took a loss, and it's on our Discord, and I'm going to probably run to that after this. I got to see this. I really have to see this. I mean, makes me even believe that Kamaru is going to mutilate him even harder if they fought. But Kamaru, I should say.
Kamaru.
But yeah. Do you think it's a good idea for Ben Askren to compete outside of the UFC like this with wrestling? I mean, I guess it keeps him fresh and
probably not though. I mean, what if he gets injured and then he's out
fresh.
for a while?
Keeps him his tools sharpened.
Clearly not fresh because he took a massive L there.
But sometimes it's good to take a loss. You learn from your mistakes, right?
It's good to take a loss if you were doing all right in the fight, but based on what people are saying, he got tossed around in there.
Well, like I said, you learn from your mistakes, so maybe it is good.
Super
there he is, balls on chin. Balls on chin boy, 69.
Thanks for helping me, guys. Basketball.
Thanks for helping us.
Let me know in the chat if you were on the MMAholes.com. The MMAholes.com is wonderful. Come check it out. It is social media for MMA fans, dysfunctional MMA fans. Not normal ones, but dysfunctional ones. We love everyone. And come over and hang with the boys. The MMAholes.com. We are live there. So tonight we are only simulcasting on the MMAholes.com and YouTube.
281, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Hey, it's Colby Johnson.
Colby Johnson?
What's up, Colby?
What are y'all's thoughts on Poirier versus Cerrone? Or do you think that Cerrone needs to fight another fight before he gets the title shot?
Poirier versus. All right, thanks for the call, Colby.
Poirier versus Cerrone.
You know what? That's a good matchup.
Not a bad fight, but I would much rather see Conor Cowboy or even Ferguson Cowboy before I would want to see Poirier
We'll
Cowboy.
say, all right, so Colby beats Khabib, right?
Right.
If Poirier beats Khabib, Colby Johnson
and is
beats
now
Khabib.
the title holder.
You got to think Khabib gets the rematch, right?
Yes.
So I don't see anyone
Well, he's not
jumping
gonna
in
beat
there.
Khabib.
Actually, you know what would happen? If Poirier knocks Khabib out or something,
He's not going
right?
to do that.
Well, say he beats him. You got to think that if Conor wins a fight in between,
Yeah.
they might throw that rematch together
Doubtful.
for the history.
I think Khabib's going to win and Poirier is going to be a mute point when it comes to Cowboy.
We know that, Jesse. I said that too. What I'm saying is, say if
You don't
Poirier.
have to get snippy.
I'm very snippy. Say if Poirier wins. I'm saying hypothetically speaking,
Yeah.
Poirier wins that fight. I have to think that Conor would do whatever he possibly could do, get that win and try to get that rematch for that belt.
Mhm.
I mean, that's a clear path to gold again, right? I mean, not saying Conor would win in the rematch. Look what happened. You know, I mean, Poirier's very good at 155, right? But let's go in a bizarre world. We both think that Khabib is going to win that fight. And let me know in the chat if you think Poirier is going to win that fight. But we both think that Khabib will win that fight. I mean, he's 27-0. He's like John Jones right now. Until he loses, we're not going to... I mean, John Jones technically lost one. But until they lose, I am not picking against them. That's just how it's going to work. But I stand... Wait, hold on. I will pick Tony Ferguson over Khabib. That's the one I will do. Yes. Would you say that Poirier has a better shot at beating Khabib than Tony Ferguson?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So now say Poirier wins. Who is the one that's going to be around there that gets the shot against Poirier? You got a lot of people at 155. Conor McGregor. Say it. Conor McGregor.
If Conor even comes back.
Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. Poirier will beat Khabib, says busting huge loads.
It's such a weird division right now.
It's
in such a weird state. DB Cooper.
DB Cooper.
What's going on, man?
What's up?
What are you doing today?
Well, I had some dinner. Oh, hold on.
Super chat.
Fuck your phone calls.
Luke your full phone lines. #points JBH. #blacks.
Wow.
No. #blacks. Would you like to?
That's real.
Would you like to add to that?
Dude, do you think fucking Cowboy really deserves a title fight after fighting like one time at 55?
No, I don't.
No, not in any way, right? I mean, who the fuck is he going to fight other than Tony, who will destroy him, and Conor, who will not show up to the fight because he's a little pussy?
Wait, you're saying if that fight happens, Conor's not showing up?
Dude, he's not fighting. Why does everybody think that guy's coming back? He's got $100 million. He's blowing coke. He's raping girls' asses. I mean, he ain't doing shit in the fighting world, bro. What's he done? What's the last time he's done anything?
He's partying.
He got his ass whooped by fucking Khabib, and then he beat Eddie. Wow. All his wins are against fucking midgets. Fantastic. The guy's badass. No, he's not badass. All he does is open his fucking mouth. Yeah. I could do that, motherfucker.
Now, let me ask you this question. What do you think about Conor McGregor's legacy as a 145er?
I don't think anything of it, dude. The guy is clearly a 155er who can't fight at 155 because those guys kick his fucking ass.
Interesting.
That is an interesting perspective.
So I honestly,
I mean, like I said about Jose Aldo, right? Jose Aldo fucking, he got starched in 13 seconds, but he never got that rematch. It probably would have been a little bit different, and I think he's the only guy at 145 that might be able to really fucks with him besides Max.
Interesting. Now, what would you want for Cowboy Cerrone then? What would you think would be the best fight for him?
I honestly don't think that fucking Cowboy deserves anything like given to him. But I mean, he did just beat the number 5 guy?
Yeah, 4.
So he's in the top 5, man. That's fucking obvious, right? And the only people in the top 5 right now are fucking Dustin, Khabib, Tony, who's probably not going to get fucking, he's probably not going to get licensed to fucking fight again for a while. I mean, the guy's showing signs of fucking schizophrenia. Nobody wants to seem to, like, look at that fact. I mean, everybody wants him to fight, but it's like, dude, he might fucking go off and pull a Chris Benoit if he fights again.
All right. Listen, we want to take one more call. We want to try to get NH in. Any last points?
I don't have a fucking point. Besides, you motherfuckers better let me on the website. Make me a goddamn thing. I'm going to fucking go loco up in this motherfucker. I love you guys a lot. We're wonderful. All
right. All right, that's DB Cooper. Let's open it up one more time, see if NH can get through. Because if anyone should call in with a minute left in the show, it should be NH to gloat about Cowboy Cerrone, which, I mean, he looked absolutely fantastical against Ally Quinta. By the way, this weekend, talk about a shitty pay-per-view. We're going to get more into detail on that on the Wednesday show, but let's be honest, it's pretty bad. And I got to say this, Ann. We hung up on someone else.
Hey, hello, Jesse. Hi, Chris.
Hello. We hung up on someone else to take this call, and we saw someone else call in. They were before you, and we were like, nope, Ann H is there, and it's only right.
Yes, the knitter.
The knitter, yes.
Was that a great fight? What did I tell you? You'd never go against Chris. I can't believe you didn't pick Cowboy.
Well, listen.
Shut up, dogs.
Whoa, the dog's yelling at you. Listen. I'm biased. I said it. I had to. He touched him. I touched him. He's from New York. I'm biased. It is what it is. But Cowboy looked fantastic. So congratulations.
Well, look at me. I'm always biased. I always pick him, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he looked really, really good. Let me know, Ann, what do you think should be next for Cowboy Cerrone?
I would like him to wait to see the winner of... Sorry, closing the windows because noise is too much outside. Yeah, I want him to wait to get for the belt, but I know how Cowboy is, and he probably won't. So if Conor wants to fight him, he'll go for that.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll beat Conor.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Ooh, man. All right, so you want to see? You would like to see him sit out, though? You would like to see him wait?
I would like to see him wait. Yeah, to see the winner of Khabib and Poirier, right? Yeah.
Okay.
And then go for the belt. I think he deserves it.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, DB made a point saying that, he just broke the top 5, so why should he deserve a title shot? What would your argument to that be?
But wasn't he in there before that? Before he went to 170?
Yeah, he did. He lost the title against. Well, he didn't lose the title. He lost the attempt to win the title, and then he moved up. So, I mean, he was. Yeah. You know what? I'll defend you. I'll defend for you. Hold on a second. Donation. I'll defend in a second. Real.
I save the damn show, and then the mystical one hangs up on me for N to talk. Well, at least it was for NH the GOAT. DB never shuts the fuck up, so I'll blame him for me not getting in. He talks faster than Indians shoot arrows at buffalo.
There you go. Thank you, Real. And so, Cowboy Cerrone, this is the thing. Before he went up to 170, the guy was fighting for the belt. I think he was thrown in the rankings a little bit too low. So, honestly, the fact that he was thrown there at number 8, where was he? Where did he jump in? Or 10? He jumped in so low at 155. I do think that you can make an argument for him to get a title shot because he was already thrown in there too low as it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
I think he deserves it. Why not? And, like you said, he mentally, like you said, it just, the first round, like you said, he didn't look like he was there, which happened, and then all of a sudden snaps out of it.
Yeah.
So
how many times have we seen that, though?
Lately he's been more mental than there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he just looked really good against him. And Al's not a pushover. Whoever thinks Al is a pushover is stupid. No, he's not a pushover.
No, I
mean, any fight, anybody has is not, well, except for Hardy, but that was an easy fight.
You're cracking yourself up over there. We love you, Ann.
Cute, Ann.
You're the best. By the way, someone made a reference to Marianne from Brooklyn.
I was just I was glad I was able to finally get the fight. It took a little bit because my stupid phone wouldn't.
Super
Hold on a second. Harvey Weinstein coming in.
Where that lil balls on chin boy freak go? He's got couch cleaning duty and needs to mop up my love stains from tonight's auditions.
Oh my
Lounge, nervous sweat.
Now it's Harvey Weinstein coming in about the balls on chin guy. Thank you, Harvey. I appreciate that. And have you ever listened to the Howard Stern show?
Yeah, back in the day, yeah.
Do you know of Marianne from Brooklyn?
Oh God, it's been so long since I heard.
Oh, it's funny. No, she's a caller, and someone referenced you as Marianne from Brooklyn. I mean, I think it's an unfair reference, but it's really funny. You got to check it out. What do you think, Jesse? You've heard Marianne.
Brooklyn. Hey, Brooklyn.
Ann's our Marianne.
No.
So Cowboy Cerrone now will probably be top 5. Okay, you got guys like Gaethje, you got Tony Ferguson, you got Conor McGregor, or he could just wait for the winner of the Poirier versus Khabib fight. You're saying sit out. Now Khabib is probably not fighting to the end of the year. Cowboy's probably going to take a fight. Who should Cowboy take? You think it's Conor?
I think it's going to be Conor.
Mm-hmm. What do you think in a fight now versus Conor McGregor? I know you're going to be picking him, but do you think Conor is a tougher matchup or Justin Gaethje? Who do you think would be a tougher matchup for him?
God, it's been so long since Conor's fought. Yeah, Gaethje is more recent. I think Conor would be. Yeah.
So you're going with Conor.
Be.
All right.
Gaethje would be scary too, but Conor I think would be the tougher. Even though he hasn't fought for a while, but I think he would still, yeah.
All right.
I'd be scared, of his ability still. But if he gets taken down, we know he'll get choked out, so.
There you go. Well, all right, and listen, you are the resident Cowboy Cerrone aficionado. You're the spokesperson for Cowboy, so it's only right for you to call in. So make your last words on the MMA Holes Hour.
Hey, fuck you haters that don't like Cowboy.
All right. All right, Ann, thank you.
Fuck you guys.
There you go.
Love
thank
you,
you.
Hey guys, it's DB. I didn't know you'll hung up. I've been talking to myself for the last 5 minutes. Fucking Conor only fights fucking midgets. Fuck me and my TPs. I got to fucking go. Putting on war face paint before I jerk off.
You think that was really him? I mean,
who knows?
TV. Well, listen, imagine I could actually picture him putting war paint on.
Oh my God.
I fucking love it. Jesse, you gonna make DB an account? You should.
Sure.
I did that for Facebook.
There's already a DB account on the website. I thought it was you, DB, but apparently it's not.
Well, maybe it is, and he probably forgot his password. I'm assuming.
All right, well.
Make another DB and.
Yeah, I can,
How many do we have on the website right now? We were at 98. Did anyone else jump aboard the MMAHoles.com? We're going later tonight.
Nah, we're still at 98.
98. All right, get your asses on the MMAHoles.com. We're live there as well. There's a wall. There's news. There's a million things over there to check out. And this wall is where you can drop your shit in. Like Keegs. Look at this dapper fella. Drop your shit in on the MMAHoles.com. Anything you'd like to do over here, we'll discuss after the show. And look at this, Jesse. Beautiful.
Thanks.
Would you like to, before we go?
Yeah.
Would you like to, hold on, we have Irish Tea. What's up, Irish Tea? Thank you for joining in. Would you like to say what is on this dish?
It's spicy bell pepper boats with broccoli and brown rice. It's chicken with all sorts of delicious stuff inside.
With Cain Velasquez rice, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Wonderful.
All right, Jesse, say the words.
Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.